On paper now, as we take a look at the tail of the tape at 30, Akinwande, 7 years older than Williams at 6'7". Big 5-inch height advantage for Akinwande. And Akinwande nearly 16 pounds heavier than Williams. 5.5-inch reach advantage, Akinwande. BO rules for this championship fight. Scoring under the 10-point must. 3 judges will score. No standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The ref or doctor can stop the fight under California law. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. If an accidental foul occurs before the end of the 3rd round, it's a no decision. After the completion of the 3rd round, they go to the scorecards. Only completed rounds are scored. So here in the hot Mojave Desert, we're closing in on our featured attraction, the WBO Heavyweight Championship. Henry Akinwande versus Jeremy Williams. Set for the official introductions. Here's our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our featured attraction at this time, I'd like to ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthems. First, ladies and gentlemen, we present the Indian Anthem Flag Song, which celebrates the spirit of the warrior. It will be performed by Willie Calloway Jr., Tom Luna, and Del Leslie. Of the blue corner, he is wearing white trunks with multicolored trim, fighting out of Long Beach, California. He weighed in at a ready 216.5 pounds. His record includes 26 wins, only 1 defeat, 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC Continental America's heavyweight champion, currently ranked the WBO #4 heavyweight contender in the world, introducing Jeremy Williams. And his opponent across the ring for this vacant title bout. He's fighting on my right out of the red corner, wearing solid black trunks and fighting out of Dulwich, England. He weighed in at 232 pounds. He is unbeaten in his campaign in the ring with 29 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former European and Commonwealth heavyweight champion and currently ranked the WBO #3 contender, introducing the undefeated Henry Akinwande. Once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Raul Kais.
Gentlemen, I gave your instructions downstairs. I expect everybody to commands at all times. Remember, this is the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the world. Bone here, on down is a low blow. Keep your punches up, shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Well, here at Fantasy Springs in Indio, as you look at Henry Akinwande, chiseled, well-defined body, nothing fancy. Almost looking disinterested as he gets ready for this fight against Jeremy Williams. Frisky, confident, improving with his power. The temperature is actually down to about 97 degrees. It started at over 120 when we began the broadcast a little over an hour ago. And Williams comes charging around at Akinwande. The winner has to fight Alexander Zolkin in 120 days.
You have to be impressed with Jeremy Williams' passion for this fight. He is so upbeat and he wants it bad. Akinwande still looks like he's not even mad about anything yet.
Williams, a natural righty who can switch to southpaw, looking to barrel right in. He does have a suspect chin, and there's a left hook by Jeremy Williams that was blocked.
So far, it's all the aggression of Jeremy Williams, which is exactly what he told us, and that's what's reflected here. Now, so far, Akinwande is just trying to get himself organized for a counterpunch.
Jeremy Williams using the brawling tactics.
Let's go.
You know, Jeremy's leaping him with that hook just a little bit too long. He's got to work in and then jump in with it, then hook with it.
Akinwande doesn't like this, of course. He likes to fight from the outside. He is inexperienced in brawl.
That's exactly what Jeremy said. He didn't like it inside. That's where I'm going to carry it. I'm going to carry this fight right to his guts. And he's there. There's where he's at. But he's too wild coming in, Bobby.
I say,
Jeremy, he's too wild.
He's unloading that hook from too far away. He's going to jump into a punch at that range. He's got to work him behind a jab. Pick that jab counter over the top. Pick it. Come underneath.
Again, Williams with the left hook. He comes pouncing right on top of Akinwande, who punches his way out. Williams just smiles at him.
Well, Akinwande's finally getting mad.
Akinwande belting him to the body with a straight left.
He finally got mad because up to that point he was ice cold. He just couldn't make up his mind when to get started. I think he's decided, I better get started. This guy means to kill me.
Akinwande going to the jab. Williams, we'll see if he settles down and just tries to get inside underneath the long jab of Akinwande.
Jeremy started with the big hook, and now he's trying to take a right hand over the top too. You see him trying to turn it over and almost come up over the top and rip it down.
He's not giving Akinwande the chance to throw that jab. That's what his game plan was. Come in, smother the jab before it starts. See, he's jabbing going back, which is almost nothing. I mean, a jab going back is like leaving your card at the door but not going through.
Williams, a late replacement for the injured Alexander Zulkin, has not seen tapes or ever seen Akinwande fight live.
But he works out with a guy bigger than him, so size is no problem as far as Jeremy says. Hell, I work out with a bigger guy than him.
He works out with a 6'8" guy. Akinwande's 6'7". And he gets thrown to the canvas.
I'll tell you what, this fight is going to take a toll on both fighters. With all the wrestling, all the banging, the elbows, the heads, the shoulders, this is a rough type of fight to weather without getting tired early.
And there's the bell to end a wild opening round.
Tough round to score.
He promised action, he gave action.
That's the important
Now I have to give it to him for aggression. That's the only way I can see it.
Put your legs out. Put your legs out and relax. Just relax. Oh, we won't now, but you know what to do. Hey, Jeremy, you won that round. You're going to settle down a little bit more. I don't want you waiting back at all. You see, you set the pace here. Let's keep that pace. Now, a little bit more controlled pace. Take some deep breaths. Here we go. Bucket in front of him so he can spit. Right there.
Nice and relax. Let's go now.
Good. All right, you got the jitters out now? Yeah. Now, slick and body, slick and body. He's going to look for uppercuts off your body shot. So keep your hands inside.
Take a look at some of that action. It was so wild and frenetic. He was throwing a right uppercut. That was a jab. That was a hook that missed by a mile. And then he just gets spun around. That's a football move, Bobby.
Another look at it, you'll see that he's trying to counter his Akinwande. He misses, but the arms get tied up. He spins, pivots, and just flips him onto the ground.
You know, you heard Joe Goosen say they want him to settle down in the Jeremy Williams corner. And again, the WWF tech. Akinwande has never been down. Williams, who started out as a cruiserweight, has been down several times early in his career. He's put on weight and he has developed power.
Akinwande is pushing him around like if he was a little doll. He picks him up like if he was a doll.
Nice straight right hand there by Williams to the body. What he's doing here, me and Tommy kind of calling Jim, is slow walking the guy down, put your hands up, block, walk to him, keep walking to him, and just bang.
Combination by Akinwande.
The straight right hand.
Uppercut, follows it up with a straight right hand, and he swarms all over Williams. Williams fights his way out, and he's troubled by an eye now. Jeremy Williams blinking the right eye feverishly. That goes Akinwande.
He's taking most of those shots on his gloves, but that's an awful lot of pressure on him.
That one he took on the side of the head. One of those right hands was very clean. I think Jeremy was in a little bit of trouble, but weathered the storm, tried to get Akinwande to make a mistake and come off the rope with some leverage.
He's got a nick on the left side of his face, has Jeremy Williams, and Akinwande senses he can finish this now.
Akinwande now dictating the pace, unlike the first round, continues to apply the pressure. And this has totally turned around.
All right, hold it. Break. Let's go. Back up, Jeremy. Back up. I'm ready. You're making me wrestle. I don't like to wrestle. Let's go.
Raul Caiz doesn't want any wrestling.
Punch, hands are free. Hands are free. Punch.
Williams firing away with the right, holding and hitting with the left.
As steam has gone out of Jeremy Williams, he isn't that wild bull anymore. He's got to settle down now because he came very, very close to taking a knockdown there in that corner.
Williams looking to load up and end this with one punch as he did with Arthur Weather.
I still believe he's jumping in from a little too far away. He's got to work with a jab, pick the shots, and crowd him. That far away stuff is what got him hurt before. He walked into one of those right hands. And you know what happens when you walk in, you double the momentum, you double the power.
The sweet science has gone out the window. No boxing from Jeremy Williams.
Well, it's brought Akinwande back to the world of violence because he was very cool at the beginning. But boy, he's back in there trying to throw bombs and get this guy out of there. Akinwande does not want to be here for 12 rounds.
The brawl continues. We approach 30 seconds remaining in round 2, and it has been virtually non-stop.
Stop holding. Stop charging like a wild bull in box. Let's go. Back up and punch.
And again, they clash.
Back up and punch. Hands are free.
No, Kai's urging them to back up and punch. Instead,
Back up and punch.
Akinwande tying Williams up. Oh, a sharp right uppercut by Akinwande.
Williams is still punching with that free arm on the inside. Akinwande wants to hold.
Nice uppercut by Akinwande.
As we head for the bell.
Jeremy doesn't look too good going back to the corner.
He said he broke his finger, Williams.
You'll be all right. It's probably more bruised than it is broken. You can't worry about it now, baby. It's a knuckle, okay? We can live with that. Jeremy, which hand? Left hand? You got to use it. You got to use it. You don't want me to stop this goddamn fight? Okay, all right. Just sit back and can't think about it. Put your legs out. All right, now you can start going to a little bit of a jab now. All right? Now you set the pace here, Jerry. You're backed up in that corner. You got hit.
Here's where he got into the corner and all kind of trouble happened to him. There's the right hand. Bobby said last time landed solidly, and now the rest of these begin to come on the glove, and some of them come through. Bobby, I think he was in trouble there.
No, I don't think he was in big trouble, but I think he was in trouble. I think the right hand caught him. You watch it again from another look. Caught him pretty much with a neck and chin right there. Gave him a nice jolt. You see his head? See his eyes just for a split second there roll?
That's why I thought he was in trouble.
He was, you know, his attention was gotten immediately. He came out okay, but he's still not steady.
And now he's got a problem with a broken hand.
Jeremy Williams feels that he broke his finger. We understand it's the left middle finger on the left hand. Of course, you heard Joe Gushin say it's probably holding a bruise.
It feels like it's broken, but it's only a bruise. Or as they used to say in the corners, you broke it, can't break it anymore, can you? Go ahead.
You can't. Nothing else you can do about it. Let's fight.
Except the guy says, yes, but it hurts. A broken finger hurts.
I know the feeling. I've broken a couple different knuckles in the metacarpal, so.
Nice right hand.
Jeremy Williams.
Nice.
Oh, down goes Williams. What a shot by Akinwande out of nowhere.
Straight right hand, the same punch. Set up with the jab, same punch.
It's over. That's it. No way. Henry Akinwande is the new WBO heavyweight champion.
Right down the pike, Bobby. Right down the pike.
Well, there were some questions about just how durable Jeremy Williams could be at 216, and some people questioned how much of a chin he really had. Akinwande not the biggest of punches, but that was a clean right hand.
That was a clean right hand, and as you pointed out, when you're coming in, it doubles the effect of the punch. You know, you got to give this guy credit. Williams came in to fight, and he was reckless.
I was impressed with his passion, but that's just it. Reckless abandon will not get you anywhere most of the time.
That's one thing about me.
Well, he certainly boxed well, Akinwande. After waking up from the usual doldrums that he begins in, he began to fight really hard in the second round. I gave it to him, and I thought the third round he was taking well, and I thought the fight was on the way to completion. It did get completed much faster than I thought.
Well, I said earlier before the fight started, I thought the range, the height and the range was going to be the difference. Jeremy couldn't solve it. He's jumping in from the outside. If he got inside the stage there, got his hands free and worked his way in, might have been different, more effective, but the height and the reach took care of business. Here we'll take a look at the end of the fight. Akinwande's using that height and that range. Jeremy again, jumping, coming up out. That right hand, he just doesn't block it. It comes right down the middle, right inside his left hand, which was up, right inside it, clean, right on the jaw.
Well, Jeremy Williams certainly fights with bad intentions, but he was careless.
Here's another look at it. You see that right hand just went right inside his, he missed it, just completely missed the block it, right on the chin, and he was in trouble. Not
the first time he's been down, and a smiling Henry Akinwande will go back to Tallahassee, Florida as the new champion. The WBO heavyweight title is vacant no more. The belt now belongs to Englishman Henry Akinwande. Wins it in his first try at a world title. Remains undefeated. 30-0-1. Let's get the official time from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 43 seconds of round number 3. Our referee in charge, Rokai, stops the contest. He's the winner by way of knockout and the new WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Henry Akinwande.
So there you have it. Obviously, the late change in opponents not having an adverse effect on Henry Akinwande, who was originally slated to fight Russian southpaw Alexander Zalkin. As you see, a very disappointed Jeremy Williams, who just went out there in reckless fashion trying to end this thing with one punch. Instead, it's Henry Akinwande, the new WBO heavyweight champion, as 23-year-old Jeremy Williams sees his record drop to 26-2. Big crush in the ring right now as Ferdy Pacheco makes his way, looking to talk to the new champion. So we're all set for post-fight reaction. Let's go up to the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
All right, congratulations. A startling knockout. Did you think it was going to be that clean a knockout?
I mean, I've been working with my new trainer, Dantana, about planting my feet more instead of me to be running, so he said if I plant my feet more, I'll get a lot more power on it. And we've been working on that. And when they said Zalkin pulled out, my trainer said no problem. We just have to fight him the same way. So I mean, everything just worked out, and I'm very grateful for Don King for giving me this opportunity.
Let me ask you, were you surprised at that fierce opening first round? That guy came out to kill you.
No, I mean, like, I know that he's going to do that. So it's just like, I try to hold my own, but I just said, like, let me do whatever he wants, so the second round.
All right, Turner, who has been in boxing as long as I have, I think, were you afraid or surprised that first or second round that your guy was going to be overwhelmed by this guy?
No, because we had worked on it. We had a lot of sparring partners that overwhelmed him, and that's what we worked on. We knew that Zalkin was a plotter. We knew that this guy come in. And, Jeremy Williams was one of Kevin Rooney's guys, and he threw a lot of looping punches and never a straight punch. And I knew that a straight punch would be the crooked.
All right, let's take a look at the replays, because I want the champ to see himself in action. Take a look at this. You tell us what you do.
I mean, Don Turner said, I should just set him up and go with 1-2. And as soon as I see him coming in, I know that he's going to rush in, and the 2, because I know that he cannot match me from punch for punch, So
did you think he was going to get up?
I don't think he's going to get up, because the second round I had him on. I had him the second round, and
all right, the politics of this has to be that in 120 days he's got to fight Zalkin, right?
No, he don't have to fight Zalkin.
Hold it.
We don't know what we're going to do. But first of all, right now we want to savor the championship. We with Francisco Vancasa, who's the president of the WBO. We know they tried to make a coup on him, and whenever they try to make a coup, we stand beside him. So I'm behind Vancasa. I'm going to be with him all the ways to get the WBO back on his feet, straight and clean, and everything will be merit. This guy is a great champion for the WBO. He knocked him out with a clean punch, and all he keeps telling me is he wants Tyson. So he's going to get an opportunity on July 13th to witness Tyson.
Don't scare this guy, will you?
This guy, man, he is
Let
great.
him enjoy his
That's what
night.
his whole thing
Let him
was.
enjoy his night. Don't listen to him. Don't
he
worry about
said,
Tyson. Don't listen to him.
I want to get this title because he wants to be a part of it. He wants it.
Here's a tough guy. Here's a tough.
Williams did a great job.
Give credit.
He really made this fight come around.
Here's a guy that fought his heart out. You said you were going to come out blasting, and you certainly did that first round.
I broke my finger in the fight. I mean, it's no excuse. A hell of a fighter. I thank Don King Productions for the fight. But I'm 23. I'll be back.
Yeah, we heard that you had broken.
I mean, that'll help you get back.
We heard.
You got a great man with you with Joe. As long as you got Joe, you got him, man. You got me.
We heard you broke your hand, and of course, you not your hand, your finger.
Yeah.
And that to be determined by X-ray. That's no difference, no excuse in this. There's no excuse, but that is a fact that we have to address.
He's a great
But
fighter. He deserves a championship.
He's a hell of a man, and I appreciate the opportunity, Don King. Thank you very much. But I'm 23 years old. I will be back.
All right. So, Don, from here, we're hopping to the desert and another splendid night in the desert.
Yes, we are. But first, let me say happy birthday to my champion, Mike Tyson, and to my team, Rory Holloway and John Horn, who's there. They're receiving the Victor Award tonight with David Marmel at the Hilton Hotel. And we just want you to know that it was a great show here. I'll be there tomorrow for your birthday. Tomorrow is Tyson's birthday. We got him a Viper. We want to thank Kurt Kerkorian and all that helped us to get him a Viper for tomorrow. And he'll be getting his Viper. So Mike Tyson is getting ready for Bruce Seldon, which is going to be champion versus champion, July 13th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. The yellow brick road leading to the city of Oz. And
I'm an old car freak. I don't know what a Viper is. Is that a motorcycle, a car, or a snake? What are you getting?
That's the new car by Chrysler, the Dodge Viper. It's one of those beautiful, magnificent sports cars, and Tyson is going to have one for his birthday, along with a Lamborghini he's going to have for his birthday also, a yellow and black Lamborghini. And we're just excited about that. Tyson is getting ready every day. Rory is right on the camp. John working very close with me, and we say happy birthday, Tyson. We'll be there to celebrate with you tomorrow, and now we got a new champion for you to come up and challenge you. So this really makes it a total unification of the world champions as Tyson goes down the road, taking on all comers.
And a good card.
Let's talk about it a minute, Ferdy. You got Trinidad is going to be fighting on that card, which is the best welterweight in the world. We challenge any welterweight in the world. That means Pernell Whitaker come on out of hiding. Ike Quartey, who has to fight Overcar. When he fights Overcar, if he should be lucky enough to get by Over, then he has to take on Trinidad. Trinidad is the #1 welterweight in the world. Then we got Terrible Terry Norris, the junior middleweight super welterweight, who also will be fighting on the card on July 13th. And we have that fabulous, beautiful lady, a champion in her own right, Christy Martin, who all the people of the world love and see. She can fight. She is ready, and she will be in there to demonstrate her talent again on the 13th of July in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the MGM Grand. So call your local cable operator now to make certain you get in. And if you can't be there to see it live and in living color on the scene, then check it out on the screen by pay-per-view.
One last question. There's a lot of flies around here. Are you drawing that, or am I drawing that? And which one of us is drawing these flies?
Well, we're in the desert, and the flies are having, they want a little freedom, too. We had a great show tonight, as usual. I want to thank Matt Plank. You know what I mean? Matt Plank got to be thinking, Tony Cox, all the guys that are around. Ferdy, we're going to be on the road. And I understand
they're hollering at me. I've been on the road. Right. I got to go back to Bobby Ches, who's been on the road with Steve Albert at ringside.
All right, Doc, always a verbal adventure alongside Mr. Don King. Well, a lot of people, of course, downplay and poo-poo the World Boxing Organization, but Henry Akinwande may have just bought himself a ticket to the Mike Tyson sweepstakes down the road.
Well, he's been in the Mike Tyson sweepstakes from the start. I think he's a quality heavyweight. He's 6'7", gives him an outrageous advantage in height and reach over even most of the big heavyweights. The biggest being Bo and Lennox Lewis at 6'5". This is a big kid. If you ever put on a little more muscle, you never can tell.
Is that Tom still talking?
Probably.
All right, what a surprise. Well, here on Showtime Championship Boxing, time now to present our Fighter of the Night Award. A special panel of judges comprised of members of the boxing media covering tonight's action. Votes on the Fighter of the Night. Let's take a look at the panel. Carlos Arias of the Orange County Register, Tim Kawakami of the LA Times, and Bill Plunkett of the Desert Sun. And our judges have selected, by unanimous decision, the man we just saw, 6'7" Henry Akinwande. Congratulations to the Englishman chosen as our Fighter of the Night. A $5,000 donation will be made in the name of Henry Akinwande and the Cabazon Band of Mission Indians to the United Negro College Fund, the National Hispanic Scholarship Fund, the University of California, Riverside, by Showtime Networks and Don King Productions. Well, once again,